welcome back again to Auto Transport Intel. My name is Jay, and I am the car hauling dispatcher here on Auto Transport Intel, and welcome back to another live show. So this is the 20th Tuesday in a row, which is awesome. I'm excited about that. And hey, what's up, Mike? Welcome to the live chat. You're the first one in the live chat tonight, so and please do join the live chat. Hey, what's going on, JJK? I can't remember your first name. I always do that, but I recognize your handle. So, hey, what's up, Jacob? Welcome to the show. And like I said, this is the 20th Tuesday in a row, and I got another great guest on tonight, which is going to be great. We've got Junior, and he's going to talk to us. He is an owner-operator, and he's got a dispatcher problem. So we're going to try and help and give him some tips and some pointers, get him straightened out, and head him in the right direction, because he's got a big dispatcher problem, which is usually the kind of problem you have with a dispatcher. So, hey, what's up, Hotshot Dave? Welcome to the show, man. And Janine, welcome back. How you doing? And Gerald, all right, thanks for tuning in. So I'm looking over here to my left. This is where I've got my chat screen. And then, in fact, over here I've got the Olympics on. I haven't seen a lot of the Olympics, but Shaun White just had a killer run again. So if you haven't seen the snowboarding with Shaun White, that's like my favorite to watch. It's awesome. So that's the event. I like it when there's some kind of live event happening during the live show. I don't see it as a problem, but more of, the culture is a woven fabric. There we go. And this is an ecosystem of drivers, owner-operators, dispatchers, customers, brokers, dealers, suppliers, manufacturers, customer service providers. So everybody's welcome here, and, I'll always say that. So if you feel like you've been left out, let me know, and I'll have you on the show. I don't want to leave anybody out. All right, so, hey, Niles, welcome back. Hey, man, haven't seen you in a while. All right. Was thinking about your software the other day, and so, speaking of not leaving anybody out, we definitely got to catch up sometime. And the one and only, welcome back. Cool, man. I miss you, too. I miss everybody. Then when I don't see somebody in here, I do notice. So I really do notice, and you guys are my core. And I think about you, and I appreciate you coming in. So go ahead and smash that like button, and tell your friends to subscribe. You know what's cool? What's happening right now is I'm hitting a new level of growth with the show. I peaked over 1,200 subscribers. I think I was just under 1,200 last show. So there is a new level of climbing happening. My views are going up. My videos are being found in more places, which is something I work pretty hard on. I have a new section, in fact, called YouTube Wisdom. If you are a YouTuber, man, there's some great stuff to be found with some of these YouTube pros. And then I've got I've been working on new sections on the homepage. And then there's also some related channels, which is really cool, the folks interacting in here. Some, and I've had people emailing me and contacting me, and that's actually how I got my guest tonight. That's how I got my guest for next week. What's cool is, so a few weeks ago we had an actual car shipping customer. Then I had Jake the broker. Both great shows, loved those shows. And now we're going to go back into the car hauling side tonight. We got an owner-operator, and then next week we have a dispatcher in training, which is cool. So there is a lot. There's just a lot in the ecosystem to talk about, and this is car hauling. So I've been pushing that hashtag. This is car hauling, and I got to get some merch. I really don't have any merch right now. Merchandise, t-shirts, hats, and stuff. I do want to get to that point. I plan on it. Hey, Echo Screen, thanks for joining the show. Awesome. So tonight is about dispatching. let's see, I had the infographic. I don't know where I placed it. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on one second. Yeah, I think here it is. Okay. So this is the infographic for this evening, and basically we've got Junior. We're going to call him in about 15 minutes, and Junior needs a gold medal dispatcher because right now he doesn't even have a bronze. And those aren't my words. He's going to tell us all about it. So that's going to be cool. That's going to happen in about 15 minutes. So we got a little bit of Olympics, Matrix, car hauler, you know. Okay. So let's shut that down and let's see here. Close that. And as always, if you have a route that you need me to search, I encourage you to go ahead and ask me. When I first started the show, I did a lot of route scouting, during the show, and I've kind of gotten away from that, but I get really busy with what's happening, the conversation, the interview, but, go ahead and throw a chat out there if you've got a route you want me to check, something looking for advice on. That is something I offer, and I encourage you to chat with each other. If you've got a question, if you're new to the show and you've got a question for a veteran car hauler, go ahead and chat it, or just watch. It's really up to you. You can turn the sound on me, turn the sound up on the Olympics, although I think they're at commercial right now, so I'll let you know when the event comes back on. I found in fleetowner.com this article about dispatchers. Let's go ahead and minimize that. Carol was a dispatcher for 8 years but could no longer take the pressure, so she became a driver. She says as a dispatcher, she found it very stressful and frustrating. Oh, man, I talk about that. I get so cranky when I'm dispatching. It is so frustrating, man. I would make appointments. The drivers can't make the appointments. Then I'd have to reschedule. I didn't necessarily have that problem. One of my biggest problems is that these dispatches I get, I put on my Sherlock Holmes outfit and act like a detective. It's like these dispatches contain so little verified information. Like sometimes they're missing phone numbers, missing a buyer number, missing a lot number, the storage isn't paid, the address is wrong. Oh my gosh, major brokers making these mistakes. So I got to go hunt down this information. It's ridiculous. What work are you doing if you're just sending me a dispatch that doesn't have the information? That is so frustrating. I'm the front line with the customer. That's right. I mean, the customer service, the dispatcher has to keep the customer happy, avoid complaints. There's so many things you have to do as the dispatcher, and that's fine. I mean, that's what you get paid for, but it feels thankless sometimes. Here's also on thetruckersreport.com. Talk about what do you look for from your dispatcher. And the dispatcher extraordinaire says that as a dispatcher, she takes her job very seriously. Her belief is that she treats them the way she would want to be treated. As I once said, dispatch unto others as you would want dispatched unto you. I absolutely believe that. Take care of your drivers when they're out on the road. The last thing a driver needs is a dispatcher with a bad attitude or poor customer service skills. I keep my customer service skills up, and then I get cranky, hopefully not too cranky when nobody's looking. But, oh yeah, so Janine says Houston, Seattle, Houston. Right. Hey, what's up, Cassidy? Welcome to the show. Okay, so I can try to do that. I can try and check that out, Janine. So that's what a dispatcher does. Here we are. This is how it works. The driver requests something, and the dispatcher tries to fulfill it. And so you want me to check loads from Houston to Seattle? So here I am at your service. Houston. So you go to Central Dispatch, find shipments, search for vehicles, right? Bada bing. All right, let's go ahead and moving these windows around is kind of crazy. Okay, so I got city search, Houston. I'm going to do Houston. Now, you want to go to Seattle. Obviously, that's a long ways. So what I'm going to do, since Houston is in the far corner from Seattle, I'm not going to just do Houston because I'm not going to see enough. I'm going to do a region search, and I'm going to choose Texas. And since we're going to Seattle, I'm going to choose Washington, Oregon. But as a dispatcher, when you do the states like that, you got to be careful and do due diligence to make sure you're not booking garbage that goes, like, if Seattle's on the coast. So if I book something out here near Spokane, major mistake, especially because I know that's another thing. I need to check the interstates. We're going to go here. We're going to go west to LA, and then we're going to go north along the coast. Thinking you can traverse those mountains, you're crazy, right? General Northwest is okay. All right, fine. She lets me off the hook. But if we didn't talk at all, I mean, I would need to understand that, the driver does not drive as the crow flies. Am I right? All right, so let's just do a Texas to Oregon, Washington. Let's start with that. And you know what I'm also going to throw in there? I'm going to throw in some California and some Arizona, because maybe there are good connection loads along the way. Let's do 7 days out. Let's do open trailer. I believe she's talking maybe, it's not a 9 car, so I'm going to do 5. Always do highlighting on top. And since we're route scouting, let's see if we can find something good. I know good is an arbitrary term. A lot of folks think that good is like $1 a mile. Well, in car hauling, $1 a mile is a dream. Unfortunately, as a dispatcher eating off the load boards, that's just my reality. When you're dealing with a client direct, a customer, and not, you don't have me searching through the garbage, then, you can expect a $1.50 a mile, something like that. But when I'm looking on the load boards, man, it is cheap freight city, and I got to find the best stuff I can. I'm going to put in 60 cents a mile. Plus, Texas to Washington is not necessarily what I would call a money run, but, maybe I'll get lucky. And there we go. 41 search results out of, I did Texas to Washington, Oregon, California, Arizona at 60 cents a mile, and I got 41 results. So as you can see, I mean, this is, yeah, and we're going to have F350, a Porsche 911. Now McAllen's down on the coast, which is actually, if you can get down here, it's kind of cool, but you got to be careful. You don't want to get stuck down there. Amarillo, Corpus Christi, Houston to Phoenix. Oh, what's an F800? Like a giant tank. Yeah, dude, you're not gonna move that. Longview, Lubbock. All right, so I'm not really seeing anything. And there you go. Austin to Riverside. Yeah, dude, a mobile kitchen trailer. There you go. Dallas to Sacramento, dually. That's pretty cool. Chassis dually, need winch. Oh, okay. Well, I don't think I'm finding anything. Well, here we go. Riverside. This is actually, okay, and then you got to make sure you check when it's ready. So this is the 16th. What is that, Friday? 14, yeah, that's Friday. So San Antonio to Riverside, an F350 paying $1,200 COD. That's pretty cool. Somebody's going to book that. That's a pretty cool load. I like that. So get on the phone, a Roadrunner. Houston to Portland, an F650 at Copart, need winch, tow truck. Forget it. Oh, man, forget that. You're going to need a flatbed. Houston to Wenatchee. Dallas, Seattle. Houston, Seattle. Here you go. Oh, my gosh. There you go, Janine. At the IAA, a Ram 20. That's a good deal. That is a good deal. Now, it's IAA, which means... it's IAA, which means... that you're going to need to be aware that it could be an in-op. But it looks like we found that. There you go, Janine. That's your anchor right there. I'd call that. But VZ Trucking. Cool. Which, oh, okay, so VZ Trucking 425 area code. I'm just going to do this because I don't want to, like, show all the. Okay, they're in Washington, right? So maybe you can make a some kind of an arrangement with VZ Trucking. I'll bet that's not the only time they move something from the IAA in Houston to Washington. Maybe they have loads going there each week or every 2 weeks or something. So that'd be cool. Hey, what's up? It's been a while. Yeah, Aaron, welcome to the show. All right. Hey, Hotshot, what about running legs on a run like that to get more money? What about running legs on a run like that to get more money? Please clarify. What about running legs? Right, instead of going the whole way? Yeah, you'll make, I think that's what you mean. You're going to make more money. And that's why I chose Arizona and California. Because going the whole way is going to pay less than going to LA and then LA to Seattle. And so that's the best way to break up a trip. Like, I never recommend, you don't want to go like LA to Jacksonville. You don't want to do that because they're going to rake you over the coals. Now, in their minds, who are they, right? Brokers, dealers, shippers, right? It's just, I'm being general about it because it's just the truth. Listen, if you were moving a car from LA to Jacksonville, you would probably lowball it too. I mean, that's, when you sell something on eBay, you sell it. Anyways, if you're going to LA to Jacksonville, you're going to get lowballed on your rate. So break it up into legs. LA to El Paso, El Paso to New Orleans, New Orleans to Jacksonville. You're going to make more money if you make those stops. I think that's what he's talking about. Yep, yes, halfway or so. Yep, that is the truth. That is the truth. So, all right, I got a couple more minutes before we call Junior. I didn't even get to Facebook news, so let's look at a couple things real quick. This guy says, so take a pic or put it out. That's hilarious. Which one of you geniuses has a green truck and delivered earlier this week to either Nissan or Hyundai in West Hillsboro and Tampa, realize you lost both your ramps? Well, there's a picture of your ramps. So if you left your ramps there, the dealer was kind enough to post a picture on Facebook. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it happens all the time. Oh, I like this one. All these kids trying the Tide Pod Challenge, wait till they try caramel in a can. Yum. I mean, do Tide Pods really look that good? I don't get it. I don't get it. That makes me old. I'm officially old because I don't get it. All right, this is legit if you want a slip plate in the wintertime. Japan dryer. Good to know. They are putting these cameras up around Columbia, South Carolina. They can see right in your truck. Not sure if they check your speed. Freaky stuff, man. Not cool. Not cool. I don't like that. Input shaft for my clutch, not good. So, yeah, that is not good. Not good. And Bubba is the mechanic, actually. Officially. So, that's cool. All right. If it fits, it ships. Let's see, what is that? Got a hovercraft? It's not a hovercraft. Were you born in a barn? What is going on here? Oh man, that is awesome. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see if I can. Let me try and help that guy. I don't know who that guy is, but and that's fine. I don't care. But I don't think you're doing it right. So I think that's the purpose of the Facebook post. Am I right? I don't know. The Olympics are back on, by the way, so go ahead and, just so you know. Here we go. This is some pretty good load marketing. You don't see that very often. Man, I mean, was it really hard to move? I have never seen that much work for one load offer, but I like it. And I'm posting it because, I mean, to me, that is, maybe that's the future of brokering. If you could create like an on-the-fly marketing package that you just hit a button and it fills the fields so that you get this sweet load marketing and then you email it to drivers. I don't know, man. Dude, that is a business model right there. Somebody jump on that. That's a great thing. I don't know what you call that service. Sweet load marketing. There you go. Here's one. The dealer says, when are we getting these cars? And I say, tomorrow. Get to dealer, and they refuse the cars because of a buyout. Me, well, I don't know how y'all are going to work this out, but these vehicles coming off my truck. Have a nice day. That's hilarious. Okay, where's our next one? All right, I got only a couple more minutes. Oh, tie boards. I guess waiting in the dealer lot for a wrecker is a good place to practice my guitar. This may be as close as I ever get to being a famous musician. I'm technically getting paid to play my guitar right now. Dude, tie boards. All right, I'm gonna tell you what, man. I like ties stuff. So before we go into our interview, this is Ty Boards, ladies and gentlemen. I like his style.
Well, I'm on the side of the road, taking my rest break, cause my electronic log told me so. I'd like to drive another 5 or 10 miles to a rest area and get me some food. But no, it's blinking red. Pull over, stupid head. You didn't plan your day well enough. Didn't know I'd hit traffic, and here I am stuck on the side of the road for not even 30 minutes. It's 31, because if you leave at 30, the fucking thing starts all over. Tell you gotta take the goddamn thing again. So here I am in an unsafe spot, parked for 31 minutes. When up the road, there's some place with some Joe in a relaxing atmosphere. But no, I'm stuck here on the side of the road. Damn it, I want to go home.
Tie boards, ladies and gentlemen. That is awesome, man. Really awesome stuff. So, oh yeah, and before I go to the interview, I found this. This is a Dodge car hauler. Who posted this? I found this on Facebook. Edward Ansloan posted that pic on Facebook. So that is the car hauling rig of the day of the show that I chose. So all right, let's see what's going on here. Okay, what are we doing? We're calling Junior. All right, it's 8:24, and I want to say, yeah, Billy, what is the deal with all the lanes wanting to pay 30 cents a mile, dude? Seriously, how low can you go? I mean, what is this? The Shake Shack? It's from Greece. Okay. Jeez. Make it easy for me. I'll scare the hell out of him. Okay. Let's do it again. Okay. Cool. This is Junior. Okay, Junior.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, Junior?
Hey, how you doing, Jay?
Hey, all right. Welcome to Auto Transport Intel.
Oh, thank you, man. Nice to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good.
All right, cool. And can everybody out there in TV land hear him okay? Say, mic check 1, 2, 3.
Mic check 1, 2, 3.
There we go. All right, good. Cool, man. So how did we started talking the other day, right? We just met, right?
Yes, we just met.
Oh.
And, I saw you on YouTube, and so I reached out to you because I'm in a situation where I need some help, some guidance.
Right. Because what is the problem you're having right now in a nutshell?
Well, my broker that I have now is
your dispatcher.
Out for me.
You have a dispatcher.
Yes, my dispatcher.
Okay.
I rely on him, and he actually doesn't give me calls back. He doesn't text me. He doesn't give me my loads when I need to. So, I'm we're in the position now where I rely on him, and if he is not responding to me, I'm not working.
Right, and you're losing time and money right now, right?
That's 100% right.
So
it's stressing me, and I'm stressing out.
Yeah.
So that's why, I was trying to do some of my research online, and I came across your YouTube page, and that's why I'm here talking to you.
All right. So I want to help. And to fully understand. I mean, I started a diagnosis of the problem in that you told me something really interesting. That your dispatcher has this set up where you're working. Does he have a DOT and an MC number?
He does have both, and I came across with one of my friends that got me into this. So he introduced me to this dispatcher, and I'm using his MC and DOT numbers.
Okay. Is he a trucking company?
Excuse me?
Is he a trucking company?
He is a trucking company. I found out that he has some kind of trucking company out of state. I live in Florida.
Yeah.
So he has a trucking company out of state. I don't know exactly what it is, but I know that I found out he has a trucking company that's been out of state and has been doing this for quite some time.
Okay. And does he dispatch for other car haulers? I mean, is this a successful business model that he's got going?
It doesn't seem like it because I've been going through so much problems with him. I know for right now it's me and my friend that are in it, and I have another friend that I got into, and all three of us are having difficulties with this guy.
Wow. Because what I started to wonder is maybe he's so focused dispatching for one driver that he's leaving you in the lurch. I mean, that does happen. But
it's kind of, I mean, I don't know. It kind of looks like it in a way, but I just don't know. It's just the fact that I got into this business, and now it's like affecting me because he is not giving me loads. He's not responding back to me. So it's really affected me, especially when I put so much money into this. And for him to to leave me hanging, it's not good, and it's stressing me out.
so, okay, so in the live chat, I don't know if you can see the live chat right now, but Hotshot Dave, Hotshot Dave is asking if you're leased on maybe with him. Are you maybe leased on with his authority?
Okay, this is what's going on. When I first was signing up with him, he did have some kind of lease agreement.
Okay.
I didn't sign with him. I had to give a $3,500 deposit for him, and in the transaction, I gave the $3,500, but I never signed the lease. And so right now, because on the lease form, it says that pretty much I can't use his brokers or his other dispatchers that he knows or whatever social media that he uses, I can't use.
He's got like
I never signed it.
Like a non-compete, this overarching non-compete?
It seems like it. It didn't say non-compete, but it looks like a non-compete. But it didn't say directly non-compete.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can easily step out actual legal bounds without realizing that it's not enforceable, but that's common.
Okay.
Well, okay, that is really a strange situation, and I'm not familiar with that business model, but I want to say this is that here's how I do dispatch, and this is the way I learned it, and this is what I'm familiar with a lot of other dispatchers do, is that a dispatcher works for you. So an owner-operator, you're an owner-operator, right?
Yes.
Do you have a CDL?
No, I have a regular license.
Okay. All right. So, did you go to my auto transport business startup blog post? Have you seen that?
I did, but it wasn't letting me play it for some reason.
There is a link, so autotransportintel.com is where you want to go. I'm going to show it on the. So you're not logged into the show right now. Is that right?
That's right. I mean, I can do it now.
That's cool. You don't have to. But what I want you to do is, first of all, I want you to go to autotransportintel.com, and the first video talks about an auto broker trick. You're going to scroll down through that, okay? and you're going to go to Auto Transport Business Startup Parts, Part 1, Steps 1 through 10, okay? And you click on View Video Info, and there is, here we go, 20 Steps to Becoming a Car Hauler. Number 1, Strategic Business Plan. And you might already have some of these pieces. I'm assuming that you do. But the point of this exercise is to take you through the steps of becoming your own owner-operator. Because you got to do things like get your medical card. You might already have some equipment, so you can get through that step quickly. But then you got to get your USDOT, MC Authority, UCR, IFTA, IRP, CDL. Do you have some of those things?
I do have a DOT. I do have,
Perfect.
I'm in the process now to get my own license. I mean, my insurance, I'm sorry. Liability insurance and cargo insurance, I'm in the process of now.
Perfect.
I do have DOT.
Perfect. Okay, good. And then...
obviously, I have the dually already and the trailer already.
Uh-huh. Okay, so... keep going.
No, go ahead.
Oh, no, so, you're good. You've got several of these steps already either underway or finished, and then you need to do your pre-employment drug and alcohol screening. You're also going to need to get an ELD in the truck before you hit the road, and that's literally part 1. So then you're going to go to, here we go, click on part 2. I split this up into 2 blog posts because it wasn't loading quickly. I had
trouble, maybe because I was on my phone.
Okay.
And I was trying to look at the video, and it was not loading.
Okay. And actually, there's no video on this yet. So the site isn't the easiest to figure out because there's no video on this site. This is just a blog post.
Okay, well, I didn't see the blog, and I read the first one.
Okay. You might have been trying to click on that dispatch broker trick video. So, but anyway, so then go to part 2, and I'm showing it on this video now, so you can go back and watch this video, right? So you don't even have to take notes. It's all on this video. And then part 2, you got to create a compliance and safety management plan. Then you got to get proper marking of your vehicles, and now you're ready to sign up with Central Dispatch. So you want to get all that stuff out of the way before you use up your 30 days of free trial on Central Dispatch, because believe me, that one's not cheap either.
Gotcha.
All right. But now you are ready to start. You're ready to hit the road, book your own loads, and now you're an owner-operator. Because at this point, and I talk about number 17, consider hiring a dispatcher. A dispatcher will help you stay loaded, among other things, but a dispatcher works for your company. See, that's my understanding of how this business model should work. The
that was my right? That's what I was, when my friend brought me into this, he's like, this is your company, he works for you. Well, funny, because when I'm working, I've been working with this guy for 3 months, he's making it seem like I'm working for him. I'm like, well, that's the problem. Like, when I can't work, I let him know in a day in advance or 2 days. And he's like, you got to work, and he's telling me what to do pretty much. After I'm like, hold on, buddy. What I know is that I'm the, you're pretty much my employee. When I need to work, you find me loads.
So here's the thing is, and this is interesting. If he considers you to be a leased on independent contractor, then he is saying that he's in charge and he keeps you loaded. However, if he's not returning your calls, obviously that's your first big red flag.
He is not.
And you say you have 2 other friends that are also drivers. Are they leased on with him also? Or are you guys ready to go out on your own? You have to have insurance, as Dave is saying some great stuff here, is that, you've got to have insurance before you can haul.
Well, that's the thing. When I first got in this with him, I told him if I was going to have insurance. He said yes. I sent him a picture of my ID. And he said, okay, I need $3,500 for me to start, which I did. Okay, I asked for him some kind of policy number so I know if someone ever gets to ask me, or the DOT, whoever got to ask me, because I didn't know nothing about this business. So I'm like, I'm concerned. So like, give me some policy numbers so I know. He went around it. So I'll give it to you, and never show me anything. So at this point right now, I don't even know if I'm even insured. He says I am, but I have nothing to show that I am.
This is really interesting. Hotshot Dave is, I wonder if he's somewhere. Hotshot, are you somewhere you can talk? Because you know what I'm going to try and do? I want to try and conference in Hotshot Dave right now. Do you mind if I do that?
Oh, no, go ahead.
All right, hang on one second. See if I can do this. See if this works. This will be a first. This will be my first conference call on Auto Transport Intel guest interview. So I hope this works. It should. Theoretically. Everything is a theory until it's proven. And then it's a fact. Hey, what's up? Is this Dave?
Yeah, what's up, Buffy? How you doing?
Hey, man, you want to conference in with Junior and see if you can help him out?
Absolutely. If you don't mind, that's fine with me.
I love it. Hang on one second. Hey, we here?
I'm here.
All right. Woo!
First time for everything.
Yeah, we got us a conference. So what's going on, Hotshot? Take over, man.
All right, so, Jay, or not Jay, Junior, I'm sorry. You need to go to, FXG, not right now, when you're done, go to the FXGSA, .gov, put in your DOT number that you're running under. That will tell you if you're even active, who your insurance company is, if there's any shutdown. Because what you have going on right now is you essentially work for this guy. You don't have a company. It seems like what happened is you got thrown into something that you didn't want. Because if something, say you wreck your truck right now, and God forbid if it happens, but it comes back on this guy's company. And you don't want that, because if something happens on his end, then you're not. You know what I mean? That can shut you down. So, essentially, he leased you on, and if you did not sign that lease, and have you ever been DOT inspected?
I have not.
If you get inspected with them numbers and don't have that signed lease, you're in big trouble. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to tell you what it is, because I do a lot of, I know a little bit. So, you either have to have your own DOT numbers, or you need a lease agreement. If you get pulled in a scale house, they will ask you for that lease agreement.
Really?
I've seen a video where that happened, actually.
Wow.
Jay, I'm not trying to take your show over.
God, I love it. No, keep going. This is awesome.
You know, I like to know, because it just seems to me that after that, working over a month of it. I mean, been working with the job for 3 months, but now after a month, I've noticed that things have been shady, and I've been trying to get answers, but he doesn't answer me. He goes around my answers. So, you know, right now, like, I quit my job to go on this. This is my only income. For instance, he was supposed to pay. He said that he paid me on Friday. He submitted my paperwork. Give me my my paycheck that whether it gives me every week. He was supposed to submit it on Friday on my bank account. He didn't do it till today. So there's a lot of things that he's doing bad and wrong that I am just like now to this point that I need to get out and do it on my own. I just need some guidance where to go.
Well, yeah, that's your first red flag. Because if you have your own authority, the paychecks come in your name. Like when I deliver a car, mine come in DM Trucking LLC. That's what it is, because that's my company. And this guy, he's probably taking a percent from you of like, and you don't have to answer, I'm just telling you what's probably happening. He's probably taking like 25 to 30% of your total.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
You know, he has we have an agreement that I have to pay him $387.50. Why an odd number? Who knows? That's what I have to pay him every week. Yes. On top of that, I know he's getting chunks of each car. I've done deliveries to the private car sellers, let's say, or dealerships, and one of the ones I dropped off, I have asked. I've asked, and I've noticed, for instance, he gave me $100 from Ocoee, so let's say to Sarasota, and when I dropped it off, I asked the gentleman. He said he paid $180, and I only got paid $100.
Right.
And I'm like, that's when I noticed that he is taking a lot more than $20 per car. I figured he was taking maybe $20, $30 per car, and that's when I know he's taking a lot more money for each car.
But it's tough. You're in a really tough spot, and he knows he's got you because you need income. And he's taking $3,800 from you. He can't take that short because the most I've seen for shorts is like $2,000. So you don't have a dispatch problem. Like Jay will definitely help you out, but you have to get legal first. And I'm not saying you're not legal, but it doesn't sound like you're legal.
That's why I reached out to Jay. Maybe he can help me out here because I know this guy's really crooked. I don't even know if I'm insured. He's not paying me on time. He's not answering my phone calls. It's just really bad over here.
For this, I bet you this $3,800, you're probably paying for insurance on his whole company. That's where a high number comes from. They're taking something and dividing it. They're not just coming with a number out of an air. That number equals something. Because if I'm going to charge you one, I'll say 800 or 500. I'm not going to say 888 some change. So you're paying for something of his. I don't know what it is, but you're leased on, and legally you're not leased on. So you've been running, essentially, I hate to say it, but illegal, and that's that there's a lot of ugliness about this industry, and that's part of it. Because a lot of these guys, and I don't know if this is Scott's situation, so I'm not accusing him of nothing, but a lot of people try to get into this industry and they can't make it. So what they do is they try to get somebody else in so they get home and collect a piece of the pie. They sit at home and just do what this guy's doing. Just give you a little here and there.
Exactly. And I think exactly right. I think that's exactly what he's doing. I know that's what he's doing.
Do you get a rate con every load?
No.
Well, I would start demanding that. If he's supposed to take $20 a load, there's no reason he can't show you what that load's paying. Not at all.
He's never shown me what they're paying. He just sends me emails, what I'm picking up, what year, and what he's giving me for each car.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know your cost per mile? Like, have you figured all that out? Do you know if you're making money in this situation or you're just getting by? Do you know that?
I'm making very little money. I don't know my expenses, the gas expenses, his cost. I am making, some money, not what I'm supposed to be making.
Right.
I don't know exactly what the mileage for the cents for the miles. I don't know all that. I'm learning. But what I know, how much I paid on gas fuel a week, and his fuel and his fees, I make sometimes $600 a week, sometimes $700 a week, which for me it's okay. But when I'm realizing what he's taking more out of my pocket, that's when I'm like, okay, I have to do something about this.
Well, you know,
It's,
I,
I'm sorry, it's fmcsa.gov, or you can go, or no, it's safer,
yeah.
FMCSA.
So
I'm just looking at the chat and seeing that.
Yeah, I pulled it. So safer.fmcsa.gov. I'm going to say it again. Safer.fmcsa.dot.gov. You go there and you can plug in a DOT number, MC number, or company name. Now, Janine has suggested that I put that information here live, but I'm going to pass on that idea. It's a great idea, but this is not a gotcha show, and I don't want to end up with a problem that I don't need. But I actually I'm thinking I know another guy you can talk to. Ziggy with Auto Transport Everything might actually be interested in this. And there's also the OOIDA. I don't know if you can contact them. But yeah, this has turned into a legal problem, which is interesting because I did not know that. I did not know that's where this was headed.
Yeah, so he paid the $3,500, which makes total sense, is like Highland said. That was his insurance down payment, because that's about what I had to put down, $3,500. But it's the $800 a week is not. He's charging you for numbers. He's charging you your insurance. Then he's charging you to use his numbers. Then he's charging you to book the load.
Right? I mean, what is going on? Yeah, this guy is like, I mean, wow. Well, you know, I mean, it is amazing. Well, that's why I hit the siren, because this is crazy. I'm not sure where this is all headed.
I don't either, but I'm definitely going to go on that website, FMCSA.
FMCSA.
Numbers.
Yes.
And see what he has going on, because I don't even, like I said, I'm not even sure that I'm insured. I know I'm working under his number, his business name, for sure. Even though I got my business name that he's paying me under my business name, but I'm using all his, because I have to put a magnet on my truck. So I'm using his stuff.
Oh, wait, so he's paying you under your company?
Yes.
That's so he's not liable for anything you do. That's why he's doing that.
Really?
You're not an independent. You're a subcontractor at this point.
Right.
You're another company. You're not an independent contractor. You're a subcontractor. Most people don't realize there's a difference, but there's a difference. So.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but if I was you, I would try to figure stuff out before I really start running up and down the road again.
I mean, essentially.
I don't know what situation you're in, but you might want to. Now, are you the only one questioning this?
Well,
like, what about your other buddy?
My buddy's been doing it longer than I have, and he's never. I don't know if he's ever asked him or what, but after a month, I started asking questions. And I noticed he's running the same issues that I'm going through.
This guy, he's scamming you guys, and I'm sure he knows eventually it's going to run out. And
that's what I was thinking.
That's why he's taking the money he's taking. But, yeah, this is way beyond a gold or bronze dispatcher issue.
Yeah, Dave.
I mean, you need a gold dispatcher, but that's kind of the least of your worries at the moment.
Yeah, I will be getting out very soon. I'm in the process of getting my own. I already have my own DOT, which I filled out last week. I already have that. I am going to get my insurance hopefully by next week. It's just a money situation there right now, but I will be having it next week. So once I have that, I know that I can go with Central Dispatch. That's why I'm trying to find out now how. Go ahead.
So, hey, Dave, do you think he has any? Do you think he's in any kind of legal scam, or do you think that this is somehow legitimate business.
Oh no, it's not legitimate. He's being scammed, but
But it's not illegal.
essentially he's being robbed. No, he's being robbed is what he's being. But the problem is, you can go to court. This guy's gonna fold up and disappear, and you know you'll
Right.
get a judgment for your money, but you know that this is. I may not be the person to answer that question.
Right.
100%, Jay.
I know. I mean, yeah. I
don't know what part is legal and isn't legal because I don't know that the guy's not out driving a truck. You know, the guy, yeah, he's lying and impersonating stuff, and he's not. But I don't know where the legal ramifications fall there. You know.
Yeah.
But he's definitely putting other people in jeopardy by being illegal and you lose your family. And you know the worst part about this is there's people that do this and legitimately. Like I'm actually working on signing some people on doing exactly what he's doing. Obviously it won't be that way. And that's a problem I'm running into is because there's so many scammers. Everybody's got a red flag. But
Yeah, dude. Well, you know, I'm thinking that I just sent myself a note and I sent Junior an email, but I'd like to see if he can talk to Ziggy. Have you ever talked to Ziggy, Dave?
Yeah, I've talked to Ziggy a couple. Ziggy may be able to help him. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Ziggy, he definitely knows car hauling.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
That's the thing is.
I don't know legal, and I don't know what he knows because I haven't been in this situation, to know who to go to.
Makes you wonder how many people end up in this situation, right?
Oh, I know. I just for me alone.
I mean, you know two other guys.
It's three of us.
There's three of you.
The first thing I would do is look at that, and I would call FMCSA and be like, look, this is what's going on.
That's what I was thinking.
If it's illegal, well, obviously it's illegal, but if there's any way that he's doing something illegal or they will know the answer.
Gotcha.
Jay can help you stay loaded. I can help you get going, but as far as the legal, I don't know that really me and Jay are the guys.
Yeah, right. Well, here's the FMCSA number, okay, on the Safer website. If anybody wants to write it down, it's 800
Okay. 800
832
832
5660.
5660.
And that is, and then they have field office contacts. Let's see here. You're in Florida, right?
Yes.
All right. So this would probably be better. You could go to the field office, since you probably get a better answer. Okay, here's the Tallahassee field office.
Okay.
All right, this is good. 850 942
942
9338.
9338.
And what I want to say this, Dave. What state is he in?
What was that? I'm sorry.
What state is he in?
He lives here in Florida in Tallahassee.
What state is his company based in?
I think it was. I forgot what. I think it was. Don't know exactly. It was Colorado or something. Don't remember exactly.
When you go to FMCSA site, when you go to safer.fmcsa.gov, you find out what state. I would also call that state and talk to them and find out, if you can find out more about their laws. What were you going to say, Dave?
Do you run interstate or interstate? Do you leave the state of Florida?
No, I stay in Florida only.
Okay, look up. Florida's got some funny rules, but I don't know. Florida is the hardest on weight station. You are a good man to never be popped in Florida. I will tell you that much.
Yes.
But they have some funky laws, and I don't know them. I've heard of some, and I know that they're funky. I just don't remember right off. So if you go to, just look up like Florida motor carrier laws or stuff like that. I would definitely start building, whether it's legal or not. You need to build yourself a case to know what you can and can't legally do.
Okay.
It sounds like everything he's got you doing, you want to throw it out the window and start over.
That's what I'm going to do. No, that's what I'm going to do. You know, like I said, I've noticed that it's been red flags everywhere. That's why I got my own DOT. I'm about to get my liability insurance next week because I am going to go solo because I just noticed that he's just too much. I noticed too much red flags. I know I'm dealing with so much with this guy that I'm leaving him. I know for sure. That's why I'm calling you. See, maybe one of you guys can help me out and say, okay, hey, you know, you're doing the right thing. Get your liability insurance. Get your DOT, which I already have. Go through Central Dispatch. Central Dispatch. What do I do through Central Dispatch? Is there other websites? How does that work?
So the answer to that is, and this is where I can come back in the picture, is that you need to go to, and I know it's a shameless plug, but I spent so much time on this blog post for folks really in your position. If you go to autotransportintel.com, and I wrote a blog, Auto Transport Business Startup, 20 Steps to Become a Car Hauler. You're going to go through these steps. You can actually download the blog post as a PDF. It's yours to keep. This is free information. And then you can have it right there. You have your own PDF and just go through and check mark and mark it up and take notes. And when you get to the level where you're ready for load boards, I mean, that's really where my expertise is in sifting through load boards until you can get your own clients to stay loaded, make money, and move on to the next chapter, which ultimately is step 18, 19, step 20 is retain regular customers. So that's where you want to get to. You want to get to your own business where you have your own customers.
Own customers.
That's what you want.
If you want, you can give him my information.
Awesome.
Send him my email, phone number, whatever.
Oh, yeah. I really appreciate that.
Awesome. So Junior, I said we could help you. I didn't know what we were all in for, but I mean, this is are we helping?
Oh, 100%. 100%. You know, just to know that now where I can go and search the DOT and see if I'm insured or not. Apparently I am, I guess, but I doubt it, you know. So, and you guys giving me, you know, the direction that I need to, that's really helping me out.
That is so cool,
when you
man.
pull that website up in, the most important thing that you need to look at is up in the top left corner. It says active or inactive. If it's inactive, check your numbers and don't move the truck. And then you can go up. Because if you don't have insurance, it'll say right there, inactive due to lack of insurance.
That's interesting. And I just emailed you Dave's info, and I copied you on that, Dave.
Yeah, I think I just got it.
All right.
So,
I appreciate it, Dave and Jay, man. I really
Amazing,
appreciate it.
dude. Amazing. What I do want to, I want to see if I can get Ziggy's opinion on this. I'd call him now, but I don't know. I don't want to interrupt him. It's 10 o'clock in New York. So, but this is fascinating.
Yeah.
there's more of this than you think going on, Jay.
I believe, you know what? I believe it. I believe it because every time I turn around, there's something I can't believe. So, and that's just dispatching. So in auto transport, this literally is the Wild West. I can't think of a more odd and unpredictable ecosystem and industry.
It's because, this is my opinion, it's because it's so easy. Anybody can say, I'm it. Anybody can get a truck, trailer, drive around. Anybody can say, I'm a broker, I'm this, I'm that. You know, and so many people jump into it, fail, and they see, oh, there's another way I can get money. There's another way I can take money, and that's what they do. And
Smash.
Essentially, he would be double brokering the loads, but he's getting away with it because he's got your name on that truck, his name. So, like, if your name's on that truck and you show a bill of lading under the other name, then there's an issue. So unless you have a lease agreement. Like, you can't haul cars under my name unless you have a lease agreement.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting is actually the video that I saw on that, there was a JBG Travels DOT. JBG Travels, really interesting.
That's a really good channel.
Wow, and his video's so nice.
Look that up.
Yeah, and he flies a drone, and man, he's awesome. There is a DOT inspection video. It might be... Okay, DOT said, I'll meet you inside. I believe this is the video. And what happened was, while he was in the DOT station, there is a guy being checked by a DOT officer.
Yeah, you have to fix it before you can go.
So the video is called 3216. DOT said, I'll
Call
meet
your boss
you
and
inside.
have somebody
And this guy
fix
has
it.
to start turning over paperwork. And
Or if you could fix it.
If you can't get it fixed,
and they take him out of service because he doesn't have the paperwork. And I think one of the things that he had to show was a lease on agreement. So.
Just as important as your number, and that's the only way you can legally put those cars. And your buddies may have signed a lease agreement, so they wouldn't be legal or illegal. I mean, I think you did the best thing, but not signed it, but you also got some other stuff. But it's right easier for you to get out of. And that no clause, he's got
so you unloaded this in Shawano?
Yes.
Hey, I have good news. Hey guys, I have good
10,
news.
maybe 10:30,
Sean
11,
White
something
just
like
won
that.
the gold medal for snowboarding.
go, bring it up.
I know. It seems like a lot of darkness, but there's good news ahead.
No. Because hasn't he won every winter?
I want you to be honest with me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you a ticket if you're honest with me, but
I am.
if
Awesome.
Isn't that the redhead? The
you're not
redhead?
honest,
Yeah,
you have a
and there's
false log,
another
and I
great,
find it, you're going to be
Red
placed
Gerard
out.
is another great American
Dude, you're going to get a
snowboarder.
ticket.
So
You may be placed out of service
looks
even
like
if you're
there's gonna
honest.
be a
'cause
legacy
if you're
happening.
concealing, obviously,
Pretty
be
cool
out of
stuff.
service. You're not going to get a ticket, okay? Here's the issue, okay? There's a couple days. Let me find the days I was talking about here.
I don't know, man. But snowboarding's
First, it's
awesome.
this day. I need to know what's
Snowboarding's
going on. So on the 5th,
The 5th was
Oh, I
Thursday.
think I did hear about that story.
Okay,
here's
Thursday.
the 4th. But so you ended in Sunbury,
What country is she from?
Pennsylvania.
For
Right about,
representing, she represents China.
Maybe 10
Yeah,
o'clock, 10
that's
p.m.
cool, man.
Okay. You stayed there
That's
for about.
cool. That is cool.
Oh,
Well,
that's not correct.
I guess
It was
this
about
is as good a time as
11:05,
any
you were off duty there, in
to
Bloomsburg,
bring this
excuse me.
topic to a
Oh,
close.
I know what the-
Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania, and then
follow-up,
so
let's
for
make
about
sure
an
that,
hour, you were just off
okay,
duty.
first,
Then you drove for
Dave
7 minutes.
and Junior,
And then you went to sleep
guys
for
can
9
now
hours,
be in
41
touch
minutes. What, were you
outside of
voting
the
there?
show.
No, that actually that was.
I want to talk to Ziggy and see
I think
what
it was
his
like
opinion
3
is of
miles
this.
from where I deliver.
And then I also That was noisy. See what Ziggy says, and then also, yeah, let us know what you find out with the FMCSA, and if you can get a hold of. I'd like to see if you can get a hold of somebody in that field office in Florida, and if there's any information there.
I will definitely be calling tomorrow.
Yeah,
To find out.
I bet you will.
And Jay, I'll let you know what I find out.
Yeah, I'm really curious.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm curious too now because I'm afraid now. You know, 'cause I don't even know if it's legit. You know, I don't know if he's
Well,
if he has his.
you know what's interesting is sometimes as we get closer to truth, that'll send us in a new direction. Being afraid is one of those things we feel.
Yeah.
But
So,
Don't fear
talking
their
to
help.
you guys,
yeah, man.
talking to you guys has helped out a lot.
Yeah.
So, you know, thank God I did, you know, take this phone call because it's helped out a lot, and now I know pretty much what I have to do, you know, and I am going to go on my own for sure now,
Yeah.
and, you know, it's just, I know for sure that's the right thing to do.
Cool. Well, I got to tell you, Hotshot Dave, listen, man. I mean, your input was beyond valuable. Okay? So, I mean, thank you so much for joining the show tonight. I can't thank you enough. And what's so great is that this community is building, man. It's so awesome.
Thank you, Hotshot Dave. I appreciate it, my man.
No problem. Not to shamelessly plug myself.
Yes, do it.
Junior, if you want to go check out my channel,
Yes.
there's a lot of information over there.
What's your channel?
Hotshot Dave.
Hot.
On YouTube?
So on YouTube,
Yeah.
one word, it's two words. First word, Hotshot. Second word, Dave. Hotshot Dave. And, yeah, he's got some great videos. I mean, as you can tell, I mean, Dave is here to help.
I will be looking you up for sure.
Yeah, and like I said, if you got any questions, just let me know. I'm usually working from 9 to about midnight.
Hey, Dave, quick question. Did you start up from the website Central Dispatch? Did you start it from there, or did you start it from a different website?
I started from there. I dabbled on other websites, but the minute I could get off of it, I got off of it.
Gotcha.
Central is the place that I really built my company. Like I haven't used it in 3 weeks now, but you know that's the goal, obviously. But you know, but that's where I got all the customers from. I build your reputation, everything off of Central. So if you're going to pay for it, you might as well use it and let it work for you.
Absolutely.
That's right.
It's not cheap, so get your money's worth out of it.
I mean,
Thanks a lot, man.
the thing about Central is, to me, it's expensive, but I mean, if you use it every day, it definitely pays for itself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right,
Cool.
man.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, well, I gotta go load. I hate to cut this short.
no,
but I'm
perfect
gonna
timing.
report,
dude,
so-
perfect timing. Thank you so much, Hotshot Dave. Thank you, Junior, for joining the show. And,
Absolutely.
man, I mean, guys, we'll be in touch.
All right, thanks,
All right,
guys.
brother. Thank you.
All right, take care, you guys.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
All right, see ya.
All right.
Bye-bye. Wow. You know what's amazing to me is, let's go ahead and minimize that. It reminds me of, which is pretty cool, is that I've gained information from so many live call-in shows. You know, they can be so informative. I mean, whether it's a show about a car, or a show about, you know, psychology, or relationships, or religion, or educational topics, or travel. I mean, there's so many areas that I've learned something from a live call-in show, and here I am, now in the driver's seat, able to help give something back to this community. I did not know that was going to happen. I had no idea that call was going to turn into that. I mean, it's amazing. And I was just the facilitator, which is, I'm the dispatcher. I didn't have the answer, but I helped connect two parties and it's amazing. I love that happened. And you know what's really cool is because I don't operate in a bubble. This is an open forum. I say that, and luckily it was proven true tonight that I want to bring in folks from all different parts of this ecosystem so they can help each other and understand each other, because this is car hauling, and it's crazy. And I mean, I don't know if it'll ever get fully figured out until it's just all automated, but that's where we're headed, but it's still the Wild West. Having said that, I really want to thank Mike Wilson. Mike put up a super chat. This is my biggest super chat to date. If I can get my window to... Gotta minimize, put that over here. And Mike Wilson put up a super chat while we were on the phone there. And Mike says... That's pretty cool. Mike says he's donated to help buy some Kool-Aid because I'm going to need a drink after this. Well, Mike, here's the Kool-Aid, and I'm drinking it. Oh, God. That is good Kool-Aid. And I like ELD so much more now than I did before all that Kool-Aid. I sure did need that. So listen, if you don't want to spend a bunch of money on an ELD, get your Auto Transport Intel Egg Timer ELD. It's cheap. And the Kool-Aid is good. So drink the Kool-Aid. So thank you, Mike Wilson. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That is super cool. Any super chat donations I get, all go right back into this show. I work on this show. I work on this show every day. And what's really cool, what's really exciting about Auto Transport Intel is that it's a new channel. It's only been around since I pretty much launched it in July. Let's see here. Let's close that. I launched it in July of 2017. So it's about 8 months old, and there's just a lot of great stuff happening. And as you can see, there's so much that can be done. And I'm excited about next week's call as well. So thank you, Mike. That's super cool. Are we being realistic trying to get trucks at $1 a mile and cars at 75 cents per mile? Thank you, Bill. Yeah, we got some new viewers in tonight. That is really cool. You know, it's interesting. Sometimes it takes a show a while to reach you to the point where you're going to speak up. And I know, because, I mean, I watch a lot of shows where I just kind of watch for a long time. That's the fact, Bill, is that $1 a mile is too high. Now, that's really interesting. I say that because I know right now some drivers want to reach through the internet and punch me in the face. You know why? Because let's bring this up here. I was working on this recently. You know, the question is, I want to make this bigger here so you can see it. A car hauler has to know his expenses, okay? And what are those expenses? Well, you could say that you've got five top expenses: equipment, fuel, insurance, maintenance, and licensing. And if you look at my 20 steps, you'll see I talk about all these except for fuel, because obviously we know, you got to get fuel to move a vehicle. Equipment is talked about early on, and I mean, those numbers are huge. As Don likes to say, if you want to make a small fortune in trucking, start with a large fortune. Insurance is brutal, but if you can switch to a different company, you can save thousands annually. Maintenance, some things are fixed costs, but there's going to be your variable maintenance problems that you didn't plan for, and you have to have some savings set aside. Savings? What is savings? Nobody has any savings since like the 80s. Well, some guys do, but not me. Licensing, you know, there's a lot of costs there. I mean, IFTA here is a big one because that one is an annual recurring tax. So I mentioned these top 5 things because if you've got cars out there, let's go back to the load board. I mean, load boards cost you, you know, that's not even in the top 5. You're looking at these cars, you're driving from Texas to California, so you're driving 1,500 miles, and I've only got a few cars at 60 cents a mile. I can easily find cars for 30 cents a mile. I mean, and how does that make any sense? How are you going to go 1,500 miles at 30 cents a mile? Let's do this. Let's put no filter. All right. Let's put it on. This should be a choice for. All right, here we go. Houston to Tucson. It's just the second load on the list. Houston to Tucson, 37 cents a mile. How are you going to cover all of these expenses? Oh, not that one. If you are a 2 or 3 car hauler, booking cars at 37 cents a mile. Here's one for 30 cents a mile. You're not going to be able to pay all these bills and make money. You still have to make a profit. So that's the thing is, you won't see a car on here for $1 a mile. It doesn't exist. Not on a load board. That's why step 20 is the final step. Get your own customers and get off these load boards. Because the load boards, the problem is the broker, the column in the middle, are taking half the money. Okay, maybe it's not half the money. It's a third. It's definitely a quarter. Now, I'm not going to blame them. They're serving a function. That's like saying, you know, that's like blaming a lawyer on for your legal problems. Well, you need a lawyer. You need a doctor. You need these agencies, customer services. You do. In fact, some people look at me and say, dispatcher, you're a cost. I don't know. I've worked with many drivers. And every time I book a load, they go, and I got to pay you. I know. But one of the things that I try to do when I book a load is I try to ask for more money, and that pays for me before we even found the load. But anyways, that's a different topic. So, yeah, fuel alone is 31 cents per mile. There you go. So, here you go. You want to break even for a Ford Transit Connect? I don't think so. I'm not going to call that. A 2016 Ford Transit Connect from Houston to Sacramento at 31 cents a mile. Who wants that? Oh, man, I got a call. Oh, I hope I can get it before it's gone. I'm kidding. I'm not calling that. And I'm not going to call them and, you know, listen, man, maybe it just got booked. Maybe it doesn't need to move for a month. I don't know. But, I mean, here we go. Reindeer's got a Toyota RAV4 Houston to San Diego for $650. That's not paying enough. And they're a good broker. So, you know, now I can expect a phone call from them tomorrow. Montway, actual delivery, a Tuscadero. I see that on every load. I know. Let's talk about it, Mike. Oh, it's double listed. Okay, here's the load, Land Rover to San Luis Obispo. Okay, that's fine. But I'll tell you what, I was looking at this earlier. Okay, it's listed in Issaquah, Washington. Actual pickup, Butte, Montana. Come on. Really? Okay. What else we got here? We'll go back to some Facebook news, and I got to wrap it up here in a few minutes. Robin, use the load board. When you go in, you will end up building a rapport. Yeah, I'm telling you. Thank you, Dave. It's amazing. Yo. You know what I want to do is I found a way. I found this video where I can put the live chat on the actual screen. I'm considering doing that. I just don't want a lot of, I don't want to have a lot of cussing on the chat. So I might, I might censor the chat a little bit, but I haven't seen any cussing tonight. I've been doing more cussing than you guys. It's not easy to get the guy at a dealership in person. I get intercepted by secretaries. No doubt. Okay. I wonder if I can give you a, all right, here's what you do, Robin. This is good. All right, so you call the dealership and you get a secretary answers the phone. What you want to do is, if you know you're calling a dealership, maybe it's first time calling the dealership, hey, you call and you say something vague like, hey, I'm trying to verify a load for pickup. They are gonna, well, enough, that's when you get the little hang up, all right? But if you know a guy, if you know the name of your pickup contact, and you're gonna need more than one name, say things like, hey, I'm calling from dispatch from a transporter. I'm just trying to verify a vehicle's ready for pickup. I'm not sure if I need to talk to your sales department or maybe service, but I have the name Bill, and I got a message earlier from Dave. So like, she is hearing that you know what you're doing and you belong here. Okay? But if you say something just totally vague like, hey, I'm trying to verify a load, no, and she's going to send you some voicemail in Alaska. All right, and it's not her fault because her phones are ringing off the hook and people are telling her, to do all kinds of things to get this done. So just respect, if you can see it her way, just, she's an operator. She's trying to connect you to the right channel. So I've noticed I make the most money from 500 to 700 mile runs. That's really interesting you say that, Dave, because here's the problem with me dispatching for someone like Junior is he is Florida only. I can't do that. I cannot stay in one state. Go away. I cannot stay in one state and make a living as a dispatcher. I just can't do it. I also think that 500 to 1,000 miles is the type of loads that I'm looking for. So we're on the same page there, Dave. Hey, Rithy Mac, thanks for joining the show. We're going to wrap it up in about 5 minutes. Oh yeah, I was smashing the like button earlier. So if you haven't smashed the like button, please go ahead and do that now. I will say this, what's cool is that week after week, I don't always hit a new record, but the graph just keeps kind of inching up over time as far as views, as far as likes, as far as subscribers, the length of time viewers are watching, and it's really great. So the likes really help me in the YouTube search rankings, so please do like. If you're subscribed, great. If you're not subscribed, that's fine. I've learned that views are actually more important than subscriptions, and watch time is actually more important than views. So, which is really interesting. These all play into the YouTube metrics, and if you have YouTube questions, you can ask me. But mainly, I think people are coming here for car hauling and dispatch advice. So that's cool. Yeah, we are on 33 cents a mile for fuel. The company is my buddies, and his equipment insurance are high, so it's getting hard. Yeah, and when you're eating off load boards, mind you, a load board that charges $115 a month. Let's get the calculator. What is that? Where is my calculator? Who's got the math on that? Somebody, come on. 115 times 12. You are paying $1,380 a year for this load board. For this electronic phone book list, $1,380. Man, that's like what? That's a significant fraction of your annual insurance payment. Okay. But they got a monopoly, so I should have we should do the Monopoly board theme one of these times. That would be cool. And I also highly recommend One Dispatch and, of course, Cars Arrive. They're easy to use. They just don't have near as many loads. So you are with, You know, you're mainly going to be using Monopoly Dispatch to get your loads. Okay. What else we got here? Fixed expenses, yeah. And I've talked to drivers that they swear by, when you do your business strategy plan, understand and categorize those expenses. And over time, as you can fill in the line items, you know, make yourself a spreadsheet, right? Create a Google spreadsheet and, you know, do it. Come up with those line items and create your business plan. All right, guys. I only have a few minutes left here. I gotta head out. Let's see here. We can either hear the Ty Bortz song again, or I can do a few more Facebook news items. This one's funny. Here you go. Here's a great way to cut in your bottom line. Transporting this 2017 GTR for $100. That is what's happening on load boards, right? It'll make you sick, right? And then you have a bad day, just scratch that baby. Just give her a little scratch. You know it's a bad night when you can't get a hold of a customer to get keys to a car, and you pull out to park for the night and lose a good steer tire and a wheel all in one night. That is car hauling. Hashtag this is car hauling. For those of you that are not aware, the grass at truck stops are not designed to dispose trash and waste. A trash can, as shown in the picture. Yeah. Now that goes for, hey man, that goes for society right there, right? Who feels that way about stuff? What is that, by the way? Looks like somebody just smashed into that. Brand new cars, too. Sucks. Oh, okay, in the spirit of Valentine's Day, this is good. How do you guys meet and keep women? It seems like I'll go on a few dates and they'll be into me. Then after a couple weeks, they talk about how they can't deal with the job or how they thought they could but realized they weren't ready. Again, I get this off of Facebook car hauling groups. That's where this comes from. And we got another one from a driver. This is I guess this is a female response to that one. Here are my rules. Only date other drivers. If we work out, we can team, I'm gone. If you ask me to give up my job, I'm out. If you tell me to go local, I'm out. If you're excessively needy, I'm out. If you don't understand my job comes first, I'm out. And this one is a really funny one. Here's your Valentine's Day moment of zen. I'm in love with my dispatcher. She hates truckers. How do I show her I'm different? Oh, man. Get the roses ready. All right, cool. And then Charles, welcome to the show. Awesome. Where can we go to get that Dave? Yes. Dude, Dave is awesome. Hotshot Dave. You can go to Hotshot Dave. I'll plug his channel anytime. Go to Hotshot Dave on Facebook. Not Facebook. You're on Facebook too, but on YouTube. Go to Hotshot Dave. Now, that's 2 words. Okay. Bring that up here. 2 words. Hotshot Dave. And his channel is growing, man. Congratulations to you, Hotshot Dave. You know, I've noticed drivers' pages actually grow faster than dispatchers' pages. So Hotshot will probably surpass me before I'm even aware. So that'll be an interesting revelation. So thanks a lot in advance, Hotshot Dave. What else? Let me see if there's anything else I need to get to. Okay, yeah, go ahead and get a hold of Hotshot Dave. And we're at 9:30, folks. So I am going to wrap it up. This has been episode 20 of Auto Transport Intel. I want to thank everybody for joining me again for a very interesting episode. You never know what's going to happen when you go live, and that's one of the cool things about it. I know that we're able to help Junior to some degree. I want to thank Hotshot Dave for all of his help with that call with Junior. Next week we have Mike, and we're going to talk about training a dispatcher. Mike is interested in becoming a car hauling dispatcher, and that is where my expertise is. That's why I started this channel in the first place. I've got videos that will help you understand some of the techniques of being a good car hauling dispatcher. So we're going to cover that next week. So I want to thank everybody for joining the show tonight. Again, if you didn't hit the like button, do so. Tell your friends. Tell other drivers. This is an ecosystem. It's an open forum. And you can email me. There's my email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. I'm also on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And I look forward to hearing your comments. Please do comment below. You can send me an email, but I love the comments. Everybody can see them, and then people can reply to you. And it's just fantastic. It is a community. All right, you guys, I've talked enough. I got to go. I will see you next time. Here comes the car hauler.